These are back in stock. These are wooden kits from Corel, and they're made in Italy. And these have outstanding quality wood and fittings. And this particular one is their simpler Corelline. It's good for starting.
I use Corel for drawing software, but
you do, don't you?
I suspect it's a different company.
I think it's a different one, right? Because I think the one you're using is a German company, isn't it?
I don't know.
And this is a timber ship. Now, timber ships are generally quite complicated because they start with the framework of the hull, and then you have to plank it once and plank it twice.
So
it takes a long time.
Yeah. I lost interest just during the explanation.
Oh, was it?
You can imagine how.
And then afterwards, you got to do all the rigging. Okay, so if you get one of these, you can learn how to build quite quickly because these are solid hull.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about building any of the hull, and they're smaller size, so they're more.
What are they like glued together? Was it Sally's wood glue?
Yeah, so wood glue. So we normally use aliphatic resin, which is a quick drying wood glue. All right, so you've got a whole bunch of plans here.
Whoa!
Instructions.
This is serious shit.
Like so.
Oh, that's it. So, that's easy.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you call it easy.
Well, none of that planking bullshit.
Well, I mean, you'll see that there probably are still some planks.
Yeah.
Right? So.
But they're more just for aesthetic.
Well, that's right. So the hole's
as opposed to structural.
That's right. So the hole's already solid wood. The locations for all your masts are already there. And then you've got your whole collection of all the timbers here. These are all the veneers.
Oh.
Okay, veneers and dowels for the masts. You got laser cut pieces.
Well, that's like the marble things that I put together.
You got all the brass fittings. And you got all the rigging here as well. And so that will be a nice, easier start than a full-blown one.
See, I could see this being the sort of thing that would end up in my fireplace after about 10 minutes.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
So here you go. So you got quite a big manual, right? And then you got all the diagrams as you go.
I like this. This appeals to my sense as a technical illustrator.
So there's quite a bit of assembly, as you can appreciate. So you can see all these bits. They'll be individually cut.
They're just showing you the bits where they go.
Yes.
And that's it.
And that's how you make your little stand. Okay?
Yeah.
And then you got your rigging. And as you see, all the ratlines. So even such a small model, there's still quite a lot of work.
Maneuver fist.
What's that mean?
I have no idea.
Right, okay. But it sounded like
I just wanted to point it out.
Right, okay. And there you go. And you've got to follow all this text with the diagrams.
Oh!
So you've got to be able to read plans.
This is, you need to commit to something like this.
You do. And hence why a smaller one is probably a good idea to start with. Okay, so that's a good starting point. Okay. But what I did was I also brought another one in.
There wasn't a starting point.
No. So this is an advanced one. Okay. So we've brought in the gigantic 100 gun Victory. Now you saw how small that box was.
Yeah. This is
this thing.
This is the GF one.
That's right. That's right.
And I'm not going to say what GF means, but the first word is get.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get this off.
Yeah.
Which is proving a bit difficult. And we'll have a closer look inside because these bigger ones give you a bit more ability to see what's included.
Look at that.
All right. All right. Okay. Now this is not all going to fit on the camera. Okay, but we've got heat shrinked all of your full size plans.
Full size plans.
Full size for the model. You got your text descriptions here for each of the steps. You can see part of it there, right?
This would be taking your kitchen table up for a few weeks, I think.
There's a box of all the fittings. Got all the rigging blocks.
Geez. This is really nicely done. Even though it's not my sort of thing, I respect, and I can see the wheel here.
Yeah, there's a wooden wheel. Yeah, let's get into it. There's a wheel.
Look at that. That looks like Cookie's wheel on his radio.
Oh, yes.
He's got one of those.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, so you can see all the fittings there, all the doors for the guns. So bear in mind, after you've built the framework and then you've planked it, you're going to have to cut out all those portholes for all those guns.
Yeah, I'd be busy that night.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be busy doing something
else. I think got some fabric there for the flags.
Is there a hidden like speaker box like we get in the trains and everything to make the sounds? Is there one here where a guy says "R me hearties"?
Oh, it could be.
At some stage. I just feel like
Look at these.
oh,
These
it's
metal
pretty
moldings.
they look like they're weathered. Oh, it's because it's metal.
So that's a soft metal casting.
Yeah.
So that's for the back. What do you call the back of the boat again?
Is that I don't know.
And to give you an idea of the sizes, well, there's your cross members for the frames. Okay, and it's not just in one bag; it's in two. This thing is massive, absolutely massive. So this will be just shy of 1 meter long.
Yep.
And probably about 70 centimeters high once it's finished.
It would be pretty impressive.
And you've got pre-cut parts here, so that's part of the decking.
If this was an IKEA one, there'd just be a flat sheet of thing and a note.
Oh, it would be.
Here.
It would be.
Yeah.
And this is where I'm talking about the quality of the wood.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see how it's a very tight grain.
Yeah.
If it was a really cheap wood, so they've used a cheaper wood for the frame because that's not so important. But
Yeah.
even that is like a fast-growing wood, but it's
Yeah.
still tight. And this stuff is even nicer. So this is where you're going to see the difference in a nice kit such as Corel.
I like the fact that they've gone to the pot metal for these because that adds a bit more structure to the wood.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you got that. And then we have all of these. What was that?
Oh, wow.
That's MDF moldings. Okay.
Okay. This is
Okay, so that's like pulp that's been put into a
Yeah.
mold
and
to
then
get all of
squished in.
these fine
Yeah.
sculptures out. Okay, and that would just be trimmed with a sharp knife, and you just paint that over after you
Yeah.
primed it, just like anything else. And see how fine that is.
Yeah.
Look at it.
I know we don't generally like to talk about price on our live thing, but these would be a high end.
High end.
Yeah.
They would be. So
Yeah.
you'll be looking at say $800.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can see
I can
how
see
much is
where
in here.
because
right?
this is not something you're going to finish in a day and a half.
No, no. There's a long boat.
Not that long. Really.
And then look at the rigging. Comes in
Yeah.
a bag, and there will be like meters on meters, probably kilometers.
That
of
looks
line
like
in there.
that looks like a bag of stuff that we got at home for my wife's knitting.
Does it?
Yeah.
What about the gauze
I'll
there?
say, can you knit me some rigging for HMS Victory, please?
So that's pretty impressive, isn't it? And then in
Yeah.
this box, I'm not going to open it up. It's been taped up, but this is where all the dowel for the mast,
Masts and everything.
and then also all the planking for the first lot of planking, and
Yeah.
also all the veneers for the second lot of planking will be in here.
Yeah.
So there you go. So
okay.
beautiful kit.
I don't want one, but I am impressed by what it is.
So yeah, you sort of see what it's all about now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I still don't want one.
You don't want one.
You're going to
Okay.
have to pack this away later because it's not going to fit all in.
Yeah, look
Look,
at this.
see?
Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
See, you just push it around, and we're all good. See?
I'm less than convinced, Pete.
Oh yeah.
Oops. Oh, I've whacked the camera.
Oh, that's right. We've got a spare,
That's
isn't it? Beautiful.
nice.
HMS Victory.
Yeah.
Very famous boat.
Yes.
What do you call it? A boat? It's pretty big for a boat.
It's a bit shippy, I think.
It's a ship. All right.